we did talk about this in terms of macro and micro experiences and how you see your work connected to the larger international cinema, and this relationship, like all of this work connected to what we see in the U.S. and American filmmakers and all of that. And we did talk a little bit about that and self-orientalism and all of those things. We can share a little bit. You had criticism of the program being focused only on like female filmmakers from Iran, that sort of contributing to this sort of self-oriental and orientalist view. But I don't know if you want to say more.
I think this inevitably happens, and yeah, we talked about it, but we didn't find any solution. We have a voice, we have to use this voice, and we have the opportunity to use this voice, but how we can make it more diverse, yeah, it's difficult, yet I don't have a certain or exact answer for that, but I think the positive aspect is using this voice, not create another oppression, at least at the time that we can use it. Maybe in few months, we don't have that opportunity, unfortunately, even here.
All right, so I'm just going to say something quick about the macro situation that we talked about, and kind of in a response to your first question as well. I feel like there was this moment that there are these moments a lot of times as a woman who comes from a troubled land, that you get asked certain questions and they want to put your work into like a understandable corner, that okay, so what is Iranian about your work, or like what is the tell us about what is going on and all of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think some artists kind of take the role of like being a cultural ambassador in a way. I appreciate that. I think it's a decision. I feel like a lot of things that I personally go through as an artist is a universal situation, and I insist that I want to get really close with like all these like tender moments of the birthday that is so personal and so immediate that it's my mom and my sisters, right, who actually I did not see for 7 years during the travel ban and like, you know, all the crap that we had to go through. It is so close, but it's also everyone can relate to it. And then there's the macro situation with all the images that we see or all the footages that we see on social media and news, so, you know, so disconnected and like so unpersonal, and like we just scroll down. So for me, my solution, and that's just my solution, is going back and forth constantly between what is close, what is personal, and what is public, and kind of find the way there. Because I think for me, that's the way that I can talk about this sense of displacement and longing/belonging in a better way.
Final ask. Okay. Amazing. I will just say the name of the other filmmakers and films that you can catch online over at on the ArteEast website, ArteArchive.org. There is A Minute of Disappearance by Mahman Rezai, and Can I Hug You by Elohe Ismaili, and Iran, Utopia in the Making by Jocelyn Saab. That is a special contribution from the archive. That film was made a year after the revolution in Iran by a Lebanese filmmaker who traveled across Iran and spoke to people who thought are making or had just started making a utopia. And the rest of the filmmakers in the program are sort of like debunking that myth or just wish. Obviously, it's not a utopia. If you had any doubts. Thank you, ArteEast. Thank you, UnionDocs. Thank you, Yasaman and Nazanin. And you're now free.